Hi guys, another episode of Narcotics with the Gandhi. What do I want to talk to you guys about today? I want to talk to you about the coronavirus. It's what everybody is talking about in the entire world. It's a pandemic that the entire world is trying to fight and overcome. Us here in India, we were on lockdown until April 14th, and now that extension has gone to May 3rd. Do I think it's a good idea? I absolutely do. It's a great idea. We have a population of 1.4 billion people, and if everybody was just wandering around and in contact with each other, we could have more than 5 million cases. So I think Modi did a great job. He made a quick decision, and I believe the extension will last or go on longer than May 3rd. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people here who lost their jobs and want to get back to their village. We see lots of crowds by the train stations, and I think this is something that Modi definitely needs to address. They were waiting for the 14th until they can catch a train, and now that it's been extended, they're facing more problems. So, dear Mr. Modi, please allow them to go back home. They don't have a place to stay here, and if they're gathering in such large crowds, and somebody is spreading the coronavirus, it can definitely spread very fast at those train stations. Anyways, I think India is doing a good job. India has been internationally recognized. Stupid Donald Trump threatened Modi for this hydroxychloroquine medication. He had no need to do that because Modi is already helping 30 other countries with medications and is now helping Trump as well. As you guys all know, Trump was just here for Namaste Trump, and we did a great job of welcoming him, and I'm really sad that he has threatened Modi. However, the USA now sees India and Modi as great partners. If you go to the White House Twitter page, the White House is only following 19 people. However, of those 19 people, 5 are Indian. One is the Indian U.S. Embassy here in India, the Indian U.S. Embassy in America. They're following PMO Modi, they're following Narendra Modi, and they're also following our president. The White House follows no other country and no other leader. So I think this is a grand moment for India. The whole world has recognized how India has responded to this coronavirus, and all are looking at us in a very great way. The way that India handles this, being the second most populous country in the world, is going to say a lot for the future of this whole world. If we do a great job, we're looking at a fantastic future. If we fail in this, it's going to be really sad. Unfortunately, India right now is doing very low testing. They're testing maybe less than 200 per million. The US is testing about 9,000 per million, and I'm a Canadian, I'm from Canada, so Canada is doing about 11,000 tests per million. Even though Canada is doing more tests than the USA, Canada is only at 26,000 cases. The USA today has about 615,000 cases. They have 1/3 of the total cases in the entire world. Why are they in this position? They're in this position because they have a terrible leader. If you just listen to the way that Trump speaks, it's absolutely disgusting. The way that he answers questions to reporters, he practically attacks them and says, well, you're fake and you have a terrible news station and so on. So he doesn't talk like a leader at all. When I hear Modi speak, it's very inspirational. When I hear the Prime Minister of Canada speak, Justin Trudeau, it's also very inspirational. It was just Vaisakhi, and Prime Minister Trudeau did a special message to wish every Punjabi a happy Vaisakhi. It was a beautiful message. Let's get back to Trump. What's happening in the USA? Trump At the beginning, when there was just one case, he said there's just one case. When it was 15 cases, he said, well, soon this is going to go away and it's going to be 0 cases. He kept on downplaying this virus. He was comparing it to the flu, and this virus, you cannot compare it to the flu. When they first started, they were showing the numbers of the flu versus the virus and so on. Now, if you look at the flu versus the virus has 3 times as many numbers. The U.S. has the most amount of deaths. They have about 26,000 deaths. They just jumped from nowhere. On March 6th, they had less than 300 cases. If the president had decided to put the country on a lockdown then, they would not have 615,000 cases today. The person that's next in line, I believe, is Italy or Spain, and they're not even at 200,000 yet. So the US has about 4 times more than the person in second place. It's just crazy. It's gotten way out of control, and this president, he's got to go. I'm telling you that this president is the reason for USA's failure. The whole world today is talking about the failure of the USA in handling this pandemic. If you saw stats from before, it showed you that the USA was number 1 prepared in terms of handling a pandemic. But Trump in 2018 fired the pandemic team from the White House. If he still had that pandemic team, it would have been a different situation for the US today. They could have had more information. He could have had maybe sooner, he could have known about this sooner. The shit that he was talking, that this is gonna go away, he even said this will just go away in April when the weather gets warm. Well, listen, you idiot, we have 30 degrees Celsius here in India, and we're still being affected in India. I think India has about 11,000 cases now. However, as I mentioned, India is not doing enough testing, and that's definitely got to change. So please, Mr. Modi, I know you're not buying tests because you want to make them in India, but we need to do more testing in India. We cannot open up the country until we have more testing. We should be testing about 10,000 people per million at least, to get a good idea of where we stand. So anyways, guys, that's my 2 cents. I am so worried for the USA and America. I ask everybody to please pray for the USA, pray for America. I have so many friends there, and I'm very worried about them. The USA is very weak now. They could have an attack from anybody and not be prepared. As you guys know, we had Muslim terrorists coming in from Pakistan. 5 of them were coming in, and our army, military, whatever, they killed all 5 of them, but we also lost 3 people. So that's sad, but I'm happy that the terrorists were killed and that we didn't have any terrorist attacks on our country. So if we're so close to this, it shows you that the terrorists are definitely working on stuff, and I'm so fearful for the USA. I'm projecting that the USA is going to be at 1 million cases by the end of this month, April. By April 30th, they will have 1 million cases. They will have 50,000 deaths. And this is all due to the lack of response by Donald Trump. The whole of February, he was just saying that this is a hoax. He said it was a hoax by the Democrats. How is the Democrat Party gonna do a hoax like this? Is he crazy? In the beginning of January and February, he was also talking to the Chinese president, or PMZ XI, and he was saying that he's very proud of him. He had some Twitter posts saying he's so proud of China for being so transparent, and China's giving him information and so on. But now Donald Trump is looking for everybody else to blame in this situation. He is now blaming the World Health Organization, the WHO, and saying that they didn't let us know this and the severity of it sooner, which is not true. They did on January 7th or something say that there wasn't human-to-human transmission, but by the end of January, they got that it was human-to-human transition and had advised everybody. Trump had people advising him from security and so on since December, but he didn't make any moves until the end of March, when he started talking different about this. And it's not him who put the country on lockdown. each governor of each state has put the state on lockdown, and there's still some states that are open and operating just as normal. Now Trump's talking about reopening the USA, and he's yelling and saying, I'm the president, I can do whatever I want. Well, you know what, Mr. Trump, you can't do whatever you want because you put the power in that of the governors. You didn't help them with the PPE they needed. You took you a long time to do anything. You did a great thing by calling the army or whoever to put up these hospitals and call these 2 boats for hospitals. Okay, I'll give you credit for that. All you can say is you closed the flights from China at the end of January, but you didn't tell people who were traveling there, who were citizens, that they can't come in. So citizens came in, a lot of other people came in, and some people came in from other countries. They might have traveled from China to Italy and then came Italy to US carrying that virus. So if you wanted to do a great thing, you should have just shut down the whole airport. You didn't do that, so stop talking about you closed the flights to China. Stop saying that other people were saying you're racist and so on. Stop saying that. Us in India, we went on lockdown, we locked up all our airports as well. So I think India is showing a great way to move with this virus. I think India is leading the way, and I think that the US is in for a huge hit. Countries are talking about trading within their own currencies. Sorry, they don't want to use the US dollar anymore. We might go back to gold and trading with the gold. But let's see what happens. I'm very excited for India. I think that India is going to get all the business that used to go to China because countries are not going to want to deal with them. And the next country in line from China is India. So guys, if you're Indian, be ready for a big bang when we do reopen. I've lost a lot of money in the stock market, and I'm hoping to regain that back. And I think India is in a great position to take over China now. And I just want to say Jai Hind to all my Indians. I want to say hello, oh Canada, to my Canadians. And to the Americans, I want to tell you that I'm just praying for you. I hope the best for you. And the people who do support Trump, I fight with them every day. And it's like they can't see what Trump was saying. They can't see and they can't admit that Trump has failed. They're still supporting him. It's like, holy shit. Are you going to realize when you guys get to 1 million cases that this is the responsibility of your leader? In 2013, Trump wrote a post on his Twitter and he says, a leader takes responsibility for everything. If they don't achieve something, that's the leader's fault. Well, I think he should take his own advice. When there was Ebola, he wrote that the previous President Obama should go visit every Ebola patient. Well, hey, Trump, take your advice. Why don't you go visit every patient who is sick with the coronavirus? They are all sick because of you, because you didn't take big decisions to shut down your country. This virus spread so drastically throughout your country. You've got maybe a third of the population of India, no, maybe a quarter of the population of India, and I mean, we only have 11,000 cases. Again, we're not in a good state because we haven't done enough testing. Anyways, guys, please stay safe. Everybody has to wear a mask. Here in Mumbai, if you don't wear a mask, the police are going to take you to jail, okay? I wear a mask, but sometimes because I'm wearing a shawl, I'll just go like this, and I'll cover my face. Sorry, one more point about Trump I want to tell you. The CDC has told everybody they should wear masks, but Trump says, I'm not going to wear masks. When Trump has his briefings, all his people are so close together, they have no social distancing. So should you not lead by example? What's going on here? Dear Trump supporters, please wake up. If you're a Trump supporter and you're listening to me, please comment below. Let's have a little bit of a debate here, because I just don't understand how you can still support this man who's practically killed your country. Okay, guys, stay home, stay safe, wear a mask, or make sure you have a cloth over your mouth so that you are keeping yourself safe. I know some people are still going out to get groceries. A lot of the societies are making the grocery carts come right in front of their building, which is very good because then you don't have to go so far. So again, Modi has said that things have to be very strict over the next week, and would advise nobody to go out over the next week. So everybody stay safe. I said it 100 times now. Stay home. If you have kids, I know how hard it is. I have an 8-year-old girl and she doesn't have any other kids to play with. I've got her hooked on phonics, so at least she can start, learning more English and so on. But it's a challenge. Everybody in my house is busy, and so keeping her occupied and entertained all day long is not easy. There's no school now. There's nowhere to go, and your kids are home. Just take this as a great time for your family to reunite. We always say, oh my God, I'm so busy. I don't have enough time for my family. I don't have enough time to give them attention to do things with them. But now everybody's at home. You're with your family. So make it an amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity for you to really connect with your family, get closer, share love, and please call your friends, call them on Zoom, call them on Skype, call them from WhatsApp, do a video call, so that you don't feel lonely at home. There's ways of keeping yourself on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, keeping up with the news, and talking to your friends. So guys, use your time wisely, and please, everybody, enjoy yourself. Take this time as a blessing for us to have more time for our family. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed my episode. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Again, guys, this is Narcotics with Ngandi, where we get high off conversation. Hope you enjoyed my talk, and I'll see you guys soon. Hasta la vista.